Hi guys, welcome. There is somebody on YouTube and he's on EndeavourOS, and I thought, hey, that's been a while. Is there already a new ISO? And there was. So first of all, EndeavourOS, let's get that done. Let's get that installed. And his question is about our bspwm that we have, right? So first of all, I organize everything into projects, and in projects it's all ArchLinux, guys. In the end, right, whatever you choose, it's always based on Arch. So learn whatever you can from whatever source and get to know Arch. So EndeavourOS is this one, and the last one is beta release 3 here. And now we start up. Let's get that out of the way. And always have a look, if you are booting up something new, have a look at E. So if you press the letter E, like Eric, then you can have a look. 10 GB of cow space, copy to RAM, no, module blacklist this, blacklist that, etc. And in the end, you can add more. So like something like, hi, this is Eric, right? So you can type things like no mode set or whatever you like to add, and then boot up. So this is the NVIDIA thing, fall back, no mode set. That's where you can have a look at the line at the end, right? Somewhere in the middle, there will be a no mode set, I suppose, or at the beginning. I don't see it right now, but I might have skipped that. Anyway, I'm gonna go for default because this is not NVIDIA, this is VirtualBox. So the first line is good for me. Now we're going to test the ArchLinux Tweak Tool. So we have around 30-ish desktops, and some of them are really not known or not interesting. But in the end, it's you, right? You choose whatever desktop you feel comfortable with or that runs good on your hardware. And that's that. So this is R3. There's R2, R2D2. Used to have a release like that on Arch Labs 6 years back. Anyway, start the installer. Online, offline. Okay, gonna go for offline. Have a look at languages. So in Calamares, you can actually tell him grab the language, what probably is most likely language living in Belgium, right? So he's giving me Dutch, Netherlands. So fine, but I don't want that, and that's why it's not by default on ArcoLinux, right? I want you to learn the English terms, the American English terms, and then everything in here, and the settings and all that is everything in English, and Google with the correct, or DuckDuckGo with the correct Google terms. American English, Brussels is good, Belgian is fine, next is cool. And then we have a choice to make. This is the default option for EndeavourOS, system deboot. It's as long as it works, right? System deboot is black, fine. Grub is graphical, maybe better, or no bootloader at all. I'm gonna go for black because it really doesn't matter, right? All the system needs to do is get me to XFCE as fast as possible. Whether it's with grub or with systemd, I couldn't care less. Next, erase, ext4 or butterfs, 2 choices, and that's that. Swap with hibernate, fine, and let's go with the rest. Login automatically. Well, let's have a look at the greeter, the display manager, or the login manager, and voila. What version is this? This is 3.3.0 alpha 3. Now the numbering system is a bit not fluid anymore, not transparent anymore, because there are not really releases anymore on Calamares, github.com calamares/calamares, and we're basically grabbing codes at this point in time from the GitHub, or having our own forked Calamares and grab it from there. So doesn't really tell anything anymore. knowing what kind of code is behind it. If you want to know more about CalMaris, then you go and have a look what's in there. CalMaris is here. These are the elements, that's the parameters, the configurations that are used to do this. All right, some scripts, some files, some branding, some images, and so on. Modules that they use and not use, QML things. So all the information required is here. Plus, of course, the download, and the application itself is going to go in user, and then user share, user lib, and you learn from there. If you truly want to learn how everything works, how everything fits together in a distribution kind of way, then we have the ArcoLinux ISO.com website, so ISO.com, and there's a page there that says start here. Maybe you should start there, and then also a guide that says, okay, you want to build an ISO, want to learn, fine. There is the Kali project you can learn from, there's the ALCI project you can learn from, and the Eraser project. If you watched all of them, if you followed everything in every step, will probably take you a few months probably, right? Even full time, it will take you a long time. But in the end, you can tackle any issue that you will have in the future, right? And understand how an operating system fits together. In the meantime, you're initializing pacmans. You can always have a toggle log and have a look what's going on technically, what's happening behind the scenes. And there's a Python job has been skipped because there is no internet. Remember, I decided not to go for online, so it says no, let's not do that. Remove some new code and some stuff that only these guys know what's all about. Done. I'm here for the ATT, the ArchLinux Tweak Tool. That's it, and I'm out of here. So it only takes about 7 minutes to install this. It's beautiful, it's fast, right? 7 minutes, 31 seconds, poof, you got yourself an operating system. And then of course it starts, a wallpaper, an icon, a theme, all the files, things for Alacrity, maybe a conky. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. What we'd like to have is, let's see what we have, right? First of all, don't want to see this anymore by I remember, and then yay. Yay's there. This was offline, meaning, yep, there we go, right? All the rest needs to be downloaded and updated. Fine. As you see here as well, this is EndeavourOS, two lines here. Here's another one, 3 lines. And if you look at the names, then the updates are 4 lines, are all about Arch, right? And here's a bunch of them as well. But basically, you get the feeling 80-90% is Arch and a bit is EndeavourOS. And some stuff are coming from AOR, but are on the repo of EndeavourOS. So you don't have to build it. There we go again, right? These keys. That was successful. Otherwise, sudo pacman -s ArchLinux keyring and update again. Okay, so I'd like to have an up-to-date system. That's this story. I'd like to have yay ArchLinux Tweak, and then I stop typing, ArcoLinux Tweak Tool, and it's online, it's on the AOR. So anywhere where we have access to the AOR, we use yay, Trizon, Baru, and all the other possibilities to just say number 1, I want that one. I'm waiting a little bit for the left screen so that he finishes. Now they're ranking EndeavourOS mirrors, so see where do I live and what is the nearest EndeavourOS mirror to me in respect to where I live. Almost there. And let's go. Yeah, it was a bit too soon, I guess. Let's do that again. All right, number 1, enter, 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 voila. We're doing the installation, yes, I know. So this little message I saw somewhere, the message was somewhere in here. Info, results, reboot is recommended. I guess it's this one, the timer. Anyway, done. Poof, that's all the stuff we need as a dependency to run this thing. And then ATT. Quick way to do it, otherwise you have to go in here and find it. Voila. So this is the ArchLinux Tweak Tool. The guy on YouTube says, I would like to install the bspwm desktop. So you go to here, you go to there, you say bspwm, and then install, and then say, oh my god, it's not possible, right? This is a pure EndeavourOS system. You can't just go and install things without repositories. So Pacman, the package manager, can ensure that you can install stuff from ArcoLinux, stuff from XeroLinux, stuff from RebornOS, stuff from Garuda, and the Celtics repo, right? But it needs information. Where is it? What are the keys? So let's go for that. This is what's happening in the end here. Middle list, ArcoLinux keyring, 2 packages that are now available. So when I think I need to quit it. I don't know. Let's see. Yep, I think I need to quit it or reload. It depends. Restart them to be able to recognize that the system knows, hey, I've got more, right? There is more. Maybe I should quickly have a look. Control-T, update, not found, sudo pacman -s yyuu. And then you see extra lines. And indeed, in the meantime, it says, hey, but there is an ArchLinux Tweak Tool on ArcoLinux repo with the correct name, right? That's the version. It's from September, the 4th version, and all the keyrings as well, the correct version there. So let's stick with this one, and the one that has been built with the code from internet. I mean, can't be any better. It can't be better, right? But it's just another way of numbering. So bspwm, this desktop is not installed. Fine, now install it. It's gonna get all this. Alacrity, bspwm. bspwm has been installed. You stop it, you quit it, and you log out. And I should actually reboot. Why? Because we've done lots of updates, right? We've done lots of updates. So quit. Do what you say. Say what you do. Let's reboot. That's all the new stuff is going to be applied. And just for fun's sake, I'm gonna install one more desktop. So you click here, bspwm, password. The other day somebody did not know how to switch between desktops. So here it is in Slick Reader like this. GDM, you have to type the name, and then there is a button to click, and it's more in the middle. SDM is more at the top. Sorry, yeah, SDM more at the top, and LXDM depends on the theme, mostly in the middle somewhere, right? So bspwm, well, I want to log into, and then go for it. Control-T, and do we have a neofetch? We do. And do we have a lolcat behind it? No. Sudo pacman -s lolcat. It's a bit of a few packages, just a few, and then you have some fun, right? So you have your bspwm ready for you. If you say, I'd like to have my own proper desktop that I've been working on all year, 2023, then I'll install one more and say, I want to have this one installed. Has not been installed, so there is some conflict somewhere in here, and it does not tell you, right? It does not tell you. You could have a look at the varlog ArchLinux, but I can also try to understand. Alex, could it be picum, for example? Let's have a look. It all depends what's installed on the system you're on. Sudo pacman -remove picum is there, so picum and picum git can conflict with each other, and might take me a while to find it. Don't see anything else that should be troublesome. Maybe the ArcoLinux XFC git, if there is some information about XFC, because we are on XFC. Logout git, rofi maybe, no. Could be this one as well. Because we are not on, we're not on ArchLinux, we're not on EndeavourOS, we're not on ArcoLinux, we're on EndeavourOS, so I'm thinking the code behind it packages list to install. Varlog, I don't think that will help me, but I'm gonna check anyway. Varlog ArchLinux file system varlog ArchLinux att. So this guy and that guy. Now that's just what we have installed before and after. So that's not gonna help me figure out the error. Failed to commit conflicting files. Something is conflicting. And the only way to figure that out is, I guess testing, but let's test it here. Let's quit this, keep that. Control T, sudo pacman -s. My guess is this one. Let's see. Nope, that's fine. Alacrity, nah, can't be a problem. This can't be a problem either. So that's installed. We've got it already, the application. That's all actually we need. And all the rest is, well, making it nice. What could it be? Don't tell me it's fonts or something, because there are things that are different. Could be ArcoLinux root, because there's a bash RC in there. There you go. We've got ourselves some conflicts because of those packages. So what I'm doing always is getting rid of stuff that I don't want. So this one is out, and EndeavourOS Scal XFC4. I remove those, and then I can have a try again, because we have of course the same XFC settings. Well, not the same, but we are using the same files. So desktop, awesome, and this one install has been installed. Voila, done. So it's common sense, logic, keep thinking, and try to figure out, hey, what could be blocking this particular installation on this particular distro. So there you go. Okay, so that's the fun. If you can figure out how everything fits together, and then basically you can run this everywhere. And I've done some examples concerning i3, for example. i3, I just moved it to Solus and to Antargos back in the day and to Ubuntu, and as long as the packages are there, it's just the config, and the config moves along. And the same thing here, this is chadwm, meaning the config is here. This is the application with all the settings. And the same goes for bspwm. Here is the configuration and all the settings. And all you need is then the application if you have got a .folder, .file from somewhere. And you need to figure out what it's all pointing to, what it's all relying on. And it's relying on an application called Sexy Hotkey Daemon, that's what we call it. But the S, simple Xorg, Hotkey Daemon. And yeah, fine, cool. So voila, everything's working. Video of 20 minutes, installation of EndeavourOS, bspwm is there. And we have here possibilities now to go to 3 systems. XFC being great, right? It's graphical, it's a real desktop, and the other guys are tiling window managers, which is also interesting, but maybe you don't want to stay in those all day and all. Just switch around and learn some key binding and say, okay, what's this doing? What's that doing? What do I get when I do this? And so on. Okay, cheers, have fun learning.